Welcome back to Doctrine Dive. The Bible, as we know, is filled with several accounts of mighty creatures, beings whose power and authority surpass anything we can imagine. Angels, demons, and spiritual forces play central roles in its narrative, showing us glimpses of a realm far beyond human understanding. But among all these beings, one stands out as uniquely terrifying: Abaddon, the angel of the abyss. Now, you might be wondering, how does someone like Abaddon compare to a figure as infamous and powerful as Lucifer? After all, Lucifer is widely regarded as the ultimate symbol of rebellion, cunning, and power among fallen beings. But could it be possible that Abaddon, with his destructive force and divine authority, is even more powerful? Today, we're diving deep into this intriguing topic, exploring what the Bible says about these two figures. Who are they? What are their roles and capabilities? And in a hypothetical battle between the two, who would emerge victorious? Stick around and let's uncover the truth. Who is Abaddon? Abaddon is a mysterious figure introduced in Revelation 9:11. His name in Hebrew means destruction, and in Greek he is called Apollyon, meaning destroyer. Abaddon is described as the king of the abyss, a bottomless pit that serves as a prison for some of the most malevolent spiritual beings. They had as king over them the angel of the abyss, whose name in Hebrew is Abaddon and in Greek is Apollyon, that is, destroyer. Revelation 9:11. What is Abaddon's role in the end times? Abaddon is introduced during the sounding of the fifth trumpet in the book of Revelation. This moment marks a horrifying judgment upon the earth. A star, interpreted by many scholars as a fallen angel, is given the key to the abyss. When the abyss is opened, smoke and locust-like creatures pour out. These creatures, led by Abaddon, are described as having the power to torment humanity for 5 months. The locusts were given power like that of scorpions of the earth. They were told not to harm the grass of the earth or any plant or tree, but only those people who did not have the seal of God on their foreheads. Revelation chapter 9:3-4. This shows that Abaddon commands immense destructive power. His locust army is supernatural, and their purpose is specific: to inflict torment on the unrepentant. However, it's important to note that this torment is limited in scope and duration. Abaddon acts as a divine instrument, carrying out God's judgment rather than pursuing rebellion. Abaddon's authority and power. Unlike Lucifer, who operates in rebellion, Abaddon's role suggests he remains under God's authority. He is not depicted as a rogue entity, but as one fulfilling a designated role within God's plan. This means his power, while terrifying, is sanctioned and directed by God. Who is Lucifer? Lucifer, also known as Satan, is one of the most well-known figures in the Bible. His name, meaning morning star or light bringer, reflects his former glory as one of God's most exalted creations. However, his pride and ambition led to his fall, transforming him into the adversary of God and humanity. Lucifer's rebellion is described in Isaiah 14:12-15 and Ezekiel 28:12-17. Though these passages also refer to earthly kings, they are often interpreted as alluding to Lucifer. How you have fallen from heaven, morning star, son of the dawn. You have been cast down to the earth, you who once laid low the nations. You said in your heart, I will ascend to the heavens, I will raise my throne above the stars of God. But you are brought down to the realm of the dead, to the depths of the pit. Isaiah 14:12-15. Lucifer's desire to elevate himself above God led to his expulsion from heaven. He became Satan, the adversary, and his role shifted to opposing God's will and leading humanity astray. Lucifer's role in the world. Lucifer is described as the prince of this world, John 12:31, and the god of this age, 2 Corinthians 4:4. He wields significant influence, manipulating systems and individuals to oppose God. His primary weapons are deception and temptation. In 1 Peter 5:8, he is depicted as a prowling lion seeking someone to devour. Lucifer's power lies in his cunning and his ability to exploit human weakness. However, his rebellion also places limits on his authority. Unlike Abaddon, Lucifer's actions are not sanctioned by God, but are permitted within specific boundaries. A clash between Abaddon and Lucifer. If Abaddon and Lucifer were to face each other in battle, their strengths and roles would shape the outcome. Strengths of Abaddon. Destructive force. Abaddon's title as the Destroyer implies unparalleled power to cause devastation. His command over the Locust Army in Revelation 9 demonstrates his ability to unleash supernatural destruction. Divine authority. Unlike Lucifer, Abaddon acts under God's command. This gives him a unique advantage, as his power flows directly from the Creator. Strengths of Lucifer. Deception and strategy. Lucifer's cunning and ability to manipulate make him a master tactician. He led a third of the angels into rebellion. Revelation 12:4. And continues to deceive nations. Earthly influence. As the prince of this world, Lucifer holds significant sway over human systems, giving him a vast network of influence. What would their battle look like? Imagine the abyss opening, with Abaddon emerging in a shroud of smoke and fire. His locust army, armored and fearsome, spreads across the battlefield. Lucifer, armed with his cunning and driven by hatred for all that is holy, confronts Abaddon with his own legions of fallen angels. Lucifer's strategy would likely involve deception, trying to manipulate Abaddon into abandoning his divine purpose. But Abaddon, bound by his role as God's enforcer, would not be easily swayed. His locusts would swarm the battlefield, overwhelming Lucifer's forces. Lucifer's cunning might give him an edge in evasion and misdirection, but Abaddon's sheer destructive power would likely turn the tide. The battle would be cataclysmic, shaking both the spiritual and physical realms. What will be the fate of Abaddon and Lucifer? The Bible does not explicitly describe Abaddon's fate, but as an agent of divine judgment, it's likely he continues to serve his purpose until the end of God's plan. He is not portrayed as a rebel, so his ultimate role may be to carry out God's final acts of judgment before the new heaven and earth are established. Revelation 21:1. But Lucifer's fate is explicitly detailed in Revelation 20:10. And the devil who deceived them was thrown into the lake of burning sulfur, where the beast and the false prophet had been thrown. They will be tormented day and night forever and ever. Lucifer's rebellion ends in defeat. He is cast into the lake of fire, where he is eternally punished for his rebellion against God. Who would win? In a hypothetical battle, Abaddon would likely defeat Lucifer. His power is not only immense, but also backed by divine authority. While Lucifer's cunning and influence are formidable, his rebellion limits his access to the ultimate source of strength, God himself. Abaddon's alignment with God's will makes him an instrument of unstoppable judgment, whereas Lucifer's power, though great, is inherently flawed by his separation from God. Ultimately, both beings remind us of a central biblical truth: all power is subject to God, and his will is supreme.